Are we really?
Yeah, lies.
I was gonna say, there's
Okay,
not
folks.
live is not a thing today,
No.
right?
No.
The Raconteur Press gang is tired, so
So if you want to keep the air conditioning on and or umbrellas over our heads, donate here.
so the thing to say about that, since I'm the owner of Blanket Fort, is that all these guys are writers, and I am not. Um, my industry pretty much got destroyed during COVID, and I ended up having to move and stuff. So moving here has not been really easy. It was hard. It's been 2 years of a 5-year plan of digging myself out of a hole, and every little donation you guys do has you have my utter and heartfelt thanks, because it's kind of fun to have the guys here, even though they whine and complain all the time. Um, and
It's nice to have a nice big area to do this rather
Yeah.
than Jim's kitchen table.
Yeah, which sometimes, when Obi gets a little crazy with the barking, was more adventure than we needed. But it's
Also, we get a little
total-
intrusive with Jim when we're over at his house.
well, yeah. And then we
Poor
cook
Jim.
things. And it's like, 'cause, he already gets us every Saturday. It's too much already.
Poor Jim.
But you have my heartfelt thanks for that, because it makes it possible to have the internet for these guys, even though they're constantly saying it's the heat. It's mostly the air conditioning, because goddamn, it gets hot here. So thank you. Thanks a bunch.
There's my kitchen table. Kitten is spazzy.
The kitten is spazzy. Her kitten is crazy ass kitten.
Adorable kitten.
Yeah.
Also, if you like coffee, and I do, I don't know about y'all, but I do like coffee, contact these guys. Let them know you heard about it here. And I'm here to tell you their Blanket Fort blend that they made for us
I love that.
is fantastic. I
Yes.
am going through my bags.
I have people yelling at me at the North Texas Troublemakers page about, you miscreants, now I have a new coffee addiction. I'm like, that's on you, dude. We just promoted the one. So it's like, no.
we
No.
are probably going sometime in the future.
We'd like to. Yeah.
Sometime in the future. If we can get to Florida, we're gonna drop by King Harv's.
Raconteur road trip.
Yeah, another one.
Minus some of the adventure. I think maybe this time we'll let you take a multi-tool. So, but no taking the car apart. So,
because I want to do a live stream from King Harv's.
oh, wouldn't that be fun? Yeah.
Of course, I may be in a roaster slathering myself with beans. Coffee.
Would that be like a grown-ups person's version of like a ball pit?
No,
It'd be like a coffee pit. I mean, I can think of worse places to be, especially if it's like cold and they're still warm from the roaster. Doesn't that sound really like ooh? Yum.
Apparently, I'm giving people bad mental images.
Yeah, well, these guys do it to me all the time, so you guys can suffer this time, right? So it's like, seriously, some of the stuff they say, I'm like, ow, visual, stop it. So,
okay, so we didn't actually have a plan today.
there is never a plan. I don't know why people
We
think
have-
there's a plan.
We have less of a plan than normal.
There's no plan other than, Jim's not here. So, let's run about and do things we shouldn't. So, not that would stop us.
Tom
but-
Roggenby wants to watch me do a Scrooge McDuck duck into coffee beans.
I kinda like
Hell
that.
yes.
We can arrange
Coffee.
this. You want a duck outfit? We could do that.
I've had 3 cups of coffee just before I got here. So
I've had coffee, but not nearly enough because I was doing a super secret thing last night with Raconteur Press.
Yes.
The press the 3 moms were busy
and
plotting.
thank you for that.
And we'll tell you about that later, but it was like, oh my Lord, we're all very sleepy. I've been up since 3, so I'm a little loopy.
Plus, she has a cat that
Oh,
is
Henry.
being a cat.
Henry has decided he identifies as a hat this week. Actually, last week too, and seems to think that sleeping on my head is the place to be. And I'm like, that's lovely, but no.
Did you see the size of the hailstones that Rita?
Yes, they were like, stick around.
Well, that was an hour after they stopped
Yeah.
in Texas,
And,
and
well,
they're the size of a golf ball.
yeah, well,
Good
Lloyd
God.
was saying in Electra, his car looks like a golf ball now. His truck does. So, yeah.
Ugh.
So, anyway, but Tuesdays are supposed to be about books, right?
Yeah, Tuesdays, we generally, if we have any sort of plan, we generally do books on Tuesdays.
Yeah. Well, okay. So what we can do is a quick rundown of all the open calls on Raconteur Press, and because, wow, we have a lot. It's like,
Oh, yeah.
look, there's Jonna's schedule. So kind of crazy. So, yeah, silver dollar size. Please don't use golf ball. They look like golf balls. They're all like
They look like mutant golf balls.
little like frozen
and they're
space
nasty.
aliens
They're nasty.
or something. I don't know.
Nope.
I only know is
We don't have overhead cover for our vehicles yet.
Yeah.
I'm surprised. Yeah. For those of you who don't know, my pickup has a network, a web, if you will, of cracks in the windshield. And right now, it's still street legal to run, barely. And you keep asking, Jim keeps asking why I don't get the windshield fixed.
What would be the point?
Because as soon as I do,
it'd be a hailstorm.
Yep.
Right?
I will get soft baseball-sized hail through the windshield.
Yeah, it's
That's
like
the way of it.
When we hear about a hailstorm, we're like, "Deej, move your car," because he's got a really old, crappy car. It's like we have one carport that if Courtney and I are really friendly, we can get both of the cars in there. But yeah, no, not interested. So,
Tuvella says
coins.
Chernobyl golf balls.
Chernobyl balls.
Oh!
What?
Time magazine needs to get editors.
Time magazine actually still exists.
That's a good point.
Hey,
they had a headline. I think it was Time or Newsweek had a headline, and it said that dam in Ukraine that went oopsie. The headline was, "This dam incident could be Ukraine's Chernobyl."
What? What? Oh my God!
Ukraine's already had their Chernobyls in
because
Ukraine.
they have Ukraine.
In Ukraine. So, Time Magazine, for the love of all is holy, get an editor.
None of ours.
No, we can't have ours.
No, I think that's part of.
It's like Chernobyl is in Ukraine. Yes,
Yeah,
could be Ukraine's Chernobyl. Seriously.
Yeah, it's like a head desk moment. It just right. Okay. Well, and that just tells you what you need to know about the rest of the reporting.
Oh yeah.
So
Well, that's legacy media for you.
It's a pretty good indicator of that. Oh,
legacy media, nothing before 1994 actually exists. I swear to God, that's legacy media.
Because they weren't born then.
Well, they can't search it on the internet.
Oh, right.
Yeah, the internet didn't exist till 1994, so everything there's a pretty much a cliff right there.
There was like this short video going around on YouTube about them, all of these of that particular age who can't read cursive, can't read an actual physical map, can't find anything without using their phone, and there's a bunch of stuff they couldn't do. So if they try to take over the world, it'd be really easy to take it back because we'll just write all of our plans in cursive and use actual maps.
Okay, here's a rant.
Yeah. Oh, here he goes.
Okay, every time
get a pillow. We'll settle in. Here's like you guys. Okay.
Every time this whole thing, we're not going to teach. We're not going to teach cursive in schools, and there's always people that show up and say how cursive really isn't necessary anymore. That cursive is outdated and nobody uses it. You have to teach cursive in school because the bloody Constitution is written in cursive.
Well, not just that. Cursive is about developing fine motor skills.
If your loin dumplings can't actually read
goblins.
fuck trophies, if your fuck trophies can't read the actual founding document of the country and have to have somebody translate it for them,
not unlike the church translating the Bible.
That's why I'm not part of organized religion.
If
your fuck trophies have to have somebody translate, they can put anything in that translation they want.
Yes.
You do not want Gavin Newsom reading you what he thinks is in the Constitution.
He reads? I thought the hair stuff made him. Anyway.
Yeah. Your kids need to know cursive. If for no other reason than to be able to read the founding document of our country.
Well, they should know Uthark too. And they should know like interesting Gothic hands so you can actually look at documents being able to translate text from early English is kind of fun.
Being able to read early English is glorious. Yeah. If you want to improve your vocabulary, read letters home from the Civil War.
Yeah,
and from Shakespeare's time.
Well, read letters home from Rome when they're out running around, and how kids these days the theater is terrible and stuff. Somebody found a little tablet that was written like 2,000 years ago about kids these days, and all the cinema sucks, and
Yeah.
everyone's going to hell, and government's terrible. And I'm like, which is why currently I'm just not. I'm like, yeah, whatever. I'm just gonna go do the shit I do, and I'm gonna. Oh, I'm swearing me.
I've already
That's right.
popped
You're
the seal on
there.
that.
You know. So it was just right. Whatever. Just,
Well, there's archaeologists in Egypt found a house, and they found what we would refer to as a master bedroom, if that's still legal to say. Found the master. Well,
we're the master of the house state. You
State.
can't say master now. You know.
Bugger that. Bugger that from Game of Soldiers. And they found papyrus, and his son had made it to Rome and hired a letter writer, had joined the legions, hired a letter writer, and they've got the entire letter the son sent home.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
And it's glorious to read. It really is. And then they found another one from 20 years later.
Yeah.
When he was settled in London, found a letter writer to send up, and that is a little window.
Yeah.
Into over 2,000 years ago. It's fantastic.
Yeah, it's great. So, but it is true. Cursive and fine motor skills it matters. It's an important thing.
Yes,
learning to control your hands so you can learn fine motor skills. It isn't just about can you type with your thumbs on this thing, and really typing with your thumbs when you have long thumbs, like I see how long my thumbs are. You can give yourself arthritis. It's weird, but yeah. Anyway, so a little sideways rant there.
Oh yeah, and then there's the famous E. Nazir complaint.
Oh.
That is, it is glorious. I love that. So, rant done. Teach your kids cursive.
Only one?
Okay. Not one, make him a player. So, on the books.
Okay, so Pinup Noir.
Pinup Noir
passed its Amazon test. So, because we've had a lot of weird problems with Amazon, with Raconteur Press, just all kinds of strange things going on when we try to get things published. So we did a test in the middle of the night last night, which is one of the things we were doing to make sure that we pass, and we did, which was good. So it comes out the Friday of LibertyCon.
Yes, it does.
Friday the 23rd. We also open the postcards from Liberty that day. So if you're not at LibertyCon, you can just ping one of us and we'll send you an image. I'm going to be hunkered down in the craft room. For any of you who are going to be there,
most of the time. She's got a panel to be on too.
I'm running 8 ways to Sunday because it's normal. And there are many people I want to go drink with. Yes. So day drinking may be a thing.
I need to call the bar at the hotel and make sure they have Bombay Bramble there, because I'm going to kill a bottle.
All by himself. Take one with you. Seriously, these little things. Yeah. But no, we have troublemaker tags for the gang that's going to be there. It'll be fun. So that's the next one that's coming is Pinup Noir on the 23rd, and LibertyCon postcards opens up, right? So the next one, the one that's closing really soon, is Moggies in Space, which at this point we've gotten some really, really great stories for, and I was showing some of them to Rita, and we may go second volume on that one. Okay. We may, just because there's so many really good ones. You guys are just great. So that's the next one up, and it closes June 30th, which is like coming up pretty quick.
Oh, wow.
Right. So, and then the next one, we have a little bit of room where we can breathe. But we run off to Imaginarium in July because we need a month to just kind of recover from the first half of this year.
This winter, once we stop convention season, I'm thinking of is convention season.
Right. Well, it is.
It ends October, November-ish.
Yeah.
And it starts up the following February.
Yeah.
From October to February, I'm going to be bunkered like a turtle.
No, you're not. We have so much more to do.
Oh, shit.
Okay. Yeah, but the Imagine cards, we're doing Imaginarium cards, and those will open on 7/13. But the big one that's coming up, that already closed, was Your Honor, I Can Explain, but we're definitely going to have to do a second volume on that after the other two, because, wow, did we get a ton of fabulous stories.
I hope they haven't shot their wad on the second.
Oh no! We have.
I don't want everybody use up all their brain pudding on the first.
Oh no!
And skip the second. And third.
The second and thirds are still doing okay. So, but after that, we have Space Cowboys 3, which we still have room for some stories in, and that one closes on end of July. Just so you guys know. So, yeah, 2 volumes, twice the income. There you go. Not going to complain,
No,
right?
not complaining.
So, and then after that, we have after we go and have a chat with Casey Azell at LibertyCon, which will probably involve lots of alcohol and tossing spearments about in the bar.
I will probably be 3 cocktails deep by the time we chase down Casey and Marissa.
Oh no, they're gonna come find us.
Oh.
So, and you just have to sit somewhere and look pretty. They'll come find you. So
I may be in a. I don't think you understand how many people are looking for me at LibertyCon this year.
I have no idea what that's like, Ian.
It's a little terrifying.
Darn.
Is the bar in the same
You mean
place?
there's a lot of people looking for you?
Yes.
Gee, I can't imagine. I just invited the entire North Texas Troublemaker
For
gang
reasons.
to come and find me.
For
I just invited
reasons.
everyone to come get a tag from me. I'm going to say, go find Ian. He's in the bar and hand you the pack.
I didn't know where that bar is.
Right. There's 2 of them. There's one in the lobby and the upstairs one is open now. So
Is the upstairs room going to be dark?
I have no idea. They were
Okay.
remodeling when we
If
got
it's
there.
dark, I'll be in the
Right?
upstairs bar.
Yeah. Anyway, so, but Casey Azell's one is, or all will burn, which is what a parent will do to protect their children in whatever format you would like. And that one's going to be open until August 31st. We'll talk more about that next month as we get there.
As we get
Yeah,
there.
because what I want to do is I want to chat with her on video and have her explain her concept for that so we can talk about it. So that's what's like coming up pretty quick. And yes, there will be a Pinup Noir 2 for sure because we got so many great stories. So Pinup Noir 2 will happen.
Okay.
And so that one we're going to close on September 30th. And that's what's coming, guys. So that's like all of it. So
There are also
there's a couple more things going on, but that's enough for today.
There's also several in the hopper that may or may not be coming down the pike.
Yeah, but we're not going to overload you. So it's going to be pretty crazy. So also, the other thing too is you should visit our YouTube page. We are doing postcard shorts.
This is concept art for Pinup Noir.
Yeah, that's the cover for the first one. The second one will be this second girl. She'll be a silver-haired lady. And if you guys write enough stories, the third one will be a brunette. So
just while we're on the subject, y'all have no idea how much I love this cover.
Oh my God, this cover is fabulous.
This cover is fantastic.
Yeah. Look about today because we just sent out the cover with all the authors' names.
So
on it
she's got the expression and the body language is very, very dynamic. But in the background, this guy is a cop. He's got the hat and the gun. This guy is running towards or away from the lady. This guy's sticking his head out of a doorway, and this one is lurking. It's a very this one right here is very menacing. Over here, this is either smoke or steam. This cover is a short story all its own. It's Cedar outdid herself. It's just wow.
Yeah, she did a fabulous job. See, we can't use the white dress one because that belongs to the artist. And plus,
I sent email to Greg Hildebrandt, and I was going to ask him how much it would cost to get a cover from him in that style, but Amazon's safe.
Ow.
Well, it would have been out, but he never got back to me.
Well, no, it would Hildebrandt. Yeah. Ouch. Expensive.
But,
plus, we can do our own.
Yes.
We can have our own.
The cover is not, Amazon would have bounced that cover so quickly.
Oh, yeah, gone instantly. We were a little worried with some of our stuff, which is why we did the test last night, because Pinup Noir, we had to make sure that our title would get through and we wouldn't have any other issues. And it's so, there's a lot of back end work that you guys don't see that we're doing that's like, so, yeah. Yes.
Yeah, that cover, that's just, she's got guns, she's got 2 guns, and it's the cover.
And nice boots, so.
The pose is so kinetic.
And the hair is fabulous, so.
And then the background really tells the story. You got this cop walking towards her.
Just wait till you see the whole cover, the wraparound. That's pretty cool, so. Yeah. Yeah, we, Cedar, I really think we need to bring some of these to the poster itself, so people can pick them up at LibertyCon because they're gorgeous.
They really are.
They're really gorgeous. And I'm thinking all 3 of them, when we put them together, is going to be a really nice set. So, yeah, we're really proud of this particular one. And the authors we have in this one are just over the top fabulous. So,
I'm probably, knock wood, I'm hoping this is one of our breakout volumes.
Yeah.
That this one really explodes. It's got the potential. The cover is magnetic.
Yeah.
The stories are fantastic.
Oh my God.
And we've got a couple of.
We have Steve Diamond, John Van Stry. I just look at the thing. Just a second. Cedar story is fabulous too. We have. Let's see if I just emailed this.
Steve Diamond, John Van Stry. I mean, that's
Jack Wilder.
Jack
Oh
Wilder.
my God, Jack is a breakout author right now. Sam Robb, Kelly Grayson, Cedar Sanderson, David Birdsall. Woo, new discovery. Guy is really great.
Is he?
Yeah, and Evan Deshay,
Yep.
who's probably going to be our first chicklet. He's probably going to be our first guy we shove out of the nest because damn, he's putting out some really great stuff. I mean, he's really good. I want to. So, guys, just so you know, there's no T-Man more on this one. It's 8
everybody's
solid
name.
Stories. So everybody's on the cover.
Yeah, everybody's name is on the cover for this one. I'd like to remind everybody that the goal of Racktour Press, we will happily publish your books. I will happily publish your books.
Not your novels. Yeah, we don't have time for that
well,
yet.
But
don't you be promising shit we can't do right now.
We will happily publish your stuff.
But your stories, yes.
Our main goal is for y'all to self-publish on your own. That way you get all of the money instead of splitting it with us.
Yeah, the point is that we want to give you a ground to get started. You know, we just like give you a ground to get started and get a couple of stories going. And then it's like, okay, let's go collect those, write a few more, and then get out of the nest. I mean,
chiclets
out. When we throw a box of chiclets at you, it's time to go. So, no, but it's cool. So, yeah. Jonna just used the voice. What voice is that? I'm such a nice
Tom,
person. I use the mom voice.
Oh, okay.
I use the mom voice. I'm good at that. So it stops people in their tracks. So
again, we've got enough for 2. I'm hoping for 3. Honest to God, knock wood. I'm hoping for 3 pinup noir novels.
Please give us 3 because could you imagine 3 covers like that? I mean, it's just.
I don't know. This one's always going to be my favorite.
Well,
this is the first
well,
one.
it's because it's the first one,
yeah,
right?
It's always going to be my favorite. I love the 1950s car and the old 8-point hat on the cop. It looks like 1950s or somewhere between 1930s, 1950s New York. So it looks like.
Oh, Jesse, you figured it out. There might be an Easter egg in those covers.
Oh, goodness.
So, and it's not about weaning the kittens. It's about throwing them out of the goddamn nest. Get out. So, no, seriously. I mean, it's a great incubator. And Ben Yallo talking about the pulps. Yeah. We're like the pulps. That's what we're doing.
Again.
And so we're like having good stories and having fun and publishing interesting things.
I will happily publish, but I will be even more tickled to watch you get all of the money for you instead of sharing it.
Yeah, it's like, please stop nursing. Yeah, not with 3 moms here. Don't go there. Just no.
Yeah, perfectly happy. And in the future, not now. In the future, we will do novels.
Yeah, but probably not next year because we're already stacked up for next year. I mean, it's ridiculous.
Oh,
the list we have for next year is crazy.
Well,
and we're not even going to announce that till like December.
No.
Yeah.
And the thing is with that, we are hip deep in work for next year. And I really thought part of my plan was in 2024 start doing novels.
No.
Boy, wow. We are hip deep in work now. And then
it's so funny that you think it's only hip deep.
When I say that people are looking for me at LibertyCon, we are going to be shoulder deep by the time we get done.
Yeah.
There's some folks I'm not going to turn down.
Well, of course not. We're not going to turn them down. But the point is also we have to. Here's the issue we run into is that we all have lives. Cedar. Here's the funny thing: is Courtney right now is sitting in court, reading and finishing up the Space Marines 2 story, so I can send contracts on Saturday. Right? She's stuck in Denver in jury duty for a murder trial that she may or may not get selected for, and has tried every trick in the book. Like she's still stuck.
Oh wow!
So we're trying to get her back from Denver, but meanwhile, all this stuff we keep doing all of this Raconteur Press stuff from different time zones and different parts of the world. Cedar's buried in her regular work and her house and her garden and her classes. I have this business I have to run, so I can figure out how the hell to pay my bills.
Neither Cedar nor Jonna are that tall, and they're up to their eyebrows.
Yeah, I'm only Yes, Ian is. Yeah, he is taller than he seems. His waist to everyone else, no, not quite. Because
that
his
tall.
job really is to stand out front and keep all you guys so busy, so we can get the work done.
Apparently to attract lightning.
Did you try to do that again?
Well, no, just the calls I've been fielding are just.
Yeah. So, but also, if you want to submit something, don't go to Ian directly. Just send it to Radcrest Submissions at
I love y'all,
gmail.com.
and when you
But
send,
he loses it.
yes,
He doesn't keep track of it.
And honestly, if you send me a submission to my personal email, the first thing I do is forward Courtney, Jonna, Cedar,
Yeah.
Rita.
And then I stick it on the list of stuff because in July we have to finalize our list for next year because I am the back end coordinator for all of this stuff because they all have ADD and I don't. So
well, we're not.
No, Courtney is like 5'8". She's really tall.
Yeah, Courtney's the tallest.
Yeah, she's tall.
Everybody else is short.
Yeah, I'm short, but everybody thinks I'm 5'10" with my hair on fire because attitude. So, yeah. Anyway. But what's really great is how much energy and happiness there is around this. You guys totally rock.
Yeah.
You totally rock.
You ought to see the glee in Ben Yallow's face.
Oh, we love him.
When he talks about how we are recreating the pulp magazine, the old pulp fiction, science fiction magazines. Yeah. He loves it.
You know, the fun part is I get to sit next to him and Dave Truesdale at the banquet at LibertyCon with Tully. So I'm like, I should just stick my phone out there and record the whole table.
Right.
Yeah, you're right. I do project 6'2". I'm only 5'4" though, so I'm short. Yeah, I'm not. Yes, I will flame you, Richard. I will set people on fire given the opportunity. Yeah, but yeah, the whole pulp fiction thing is because that's where all of the greats started. They started in pulp fiction. I mean, it's like, if we could sell subscriptions, believe me, we're still trying to figure out how to do that. But it's the...
I'm a retired cop knuckle dragger. Mm-hmm. Jonna has been involved with science fiction, but not the publishing end.
No, that's not true. That's not true. When I got divorced from my first husband, who I really like, he's a great guy, I went to work for Hypatia Press. And Hypatia Press is the company, they were working with Julian May's husband doing Starmont books. And he was the guy who first figured out that you could do books on giant Kodak copiers. And I worked for him for a couple of years doing typesetting and editing and stuff. And when Christian Catherine Rush and Dean Wesley Smith moved to Eugene, we are the ones that taught them how to create Pulp House Publishing. So we actually taught them everything about how to put Pulp House Publishing together. I gave them, they used our bindery. I gave them a bunch of illustrators. We worked with them to show them how to run all this stuff. So I've been around for a while, and
where I was heading with that is we don't actually, the finer points like how to get a subscription set up, we're kind of clueless.
Well, that part is because we use PubShare. Chuck Hazenot, who runs PubShare, fabulous man, which makes Chuck. all of this possible because transparency is a thing and all of our authors can see what's going on. But we have not yet we haven't had time to sit down with him to figure out how to do a subscription-based format. But we really would like to. We'd love to do that.
We would love to actually be able to make some money off of this.
Yeah, and you're right. You don't have to get Ian drunk to get an anthology out of him. Really, we like his liver, and his Czech liver light will come on a lot. But anyway, but that's the thing is that I've been around publishing and science fiction forever. And I remember going to NorwestCon and WesterCon and meeting young authors who are now major authors who got their start in pulp magazines, and way back then, people who are big now, and we're starting in Asimov's and Amazing, and all those magazines are just sort of died on the vine.
Honestly, I'm going to let you all in a little secret. I am planning to at least hang around for another 10 years and then walk into a bookstore, if those still exist, and seeing how many of our chiclets are major authors.
Yeah, that's the part I'm looking forward to. Yeah, it's like getting our little chiclets out there. That's the best part. It's absolutely the best part. So, yeah, that's the thing. And Amazon has just recently discontinued doing their magazine subscription stuff. So they're not going to be doing distribution of that anymore.
I don't think Amazon. I think
it's not the best way to do it.
No, and it's going to go the way of the dodo.
Yeah.
in the next 5 years.
Well, I mean, Amazon Publishing will continue to exist, but we're trying to figure out a method by which we can create that.
Which reminds
but
me,
we have to get to July so we can, because we're so tired.
tired, strapped, and tired.
Yeah,
And,
yeah. So it's coming. It's a thing. I mean, we have very limited time that we can do things outside of just actually getting the books out. And we finally got the back end, I think, to a point. It only took us 3 months to get the back end to the point that it's not making us all lose our minds.
We'll continue to fine tune that.
Yeah,
my 5-year plan had us publishing novels in 2024.
Yeah,
I'm not sure that's going to be possible.
Yeah, I mean, we'd like to, but we don't think so.
I hope it is, but y'all don't hold your breath.
Yeah.
Any novels we publish in 2024 will be mine.
Yep.
Because
you've got this like fluffy cow space marine thing.
Which, yeah.
Should we have a discussion about discipline in your writing? No, Cedar and I will talk about that tomorrow on our live stream because Courtney's not in town, so we'll do that. But I was talking with Jim yesterday morning when he came in to complain about everything hurting, because that seems to be how things work here. The guys walk in and don't say hello. They just go, "Well, I'm hurt today." It's like, nice to see you too. We were talking about the discipline because he's working through his story, and he had to get up and leave because it was like with my sewing, if something's being a problem and I want to throw it against the wall, it's time to get up and walk away for a little bit, get some air, go have a chat. So he came by yesterday and I wanted to go to lunch, and I'm like, I just had breakfast because our schedules are not the same. And talking about how you just got to put your butt in the chair. You just got to do it. And he's finding out this story is going to be a little bit shorter, but it's resolving out, which is good. But it's that discipline, the discipline of the work. And I generally can't leave here to go to lunch with you guys because discipline of the work.
Work enables us, Jonna, me, everybody else, to eat, therefore live and continue to work.
At this point right now is do not be homeless. So, I mean, because damn, somebody's sewing machine is broken. No.
Oh dear.
No, not good.
Again or still?
Right? Yeah, again or still. Yeah.
Anyway, okay.
Yeah.
On to Kelly Grayson has 3 coming out.
Yeah. I love the Waffle House about Tully.
And he's got 2 more Waffle House ones coming out. A Siege of Waffle House 4 numbers, and
1134.
1134. He's got that's coming out. Kelly's got a newsletter. If you subscribe to Kelly's newsletter, you can get deals, advance notice on stuff coming out, and price cuts on stuff coming out.
Yeah.
So get on Kelly's newsletter. He's planning on having 3 by LibertyCon.
Yeah, he'll be at LibertyCon. He and Steve Diamond are doing readings of their stories from Pinup Noir.
Pinup Noir.
Yeah, together. So that'll be really fun.
Yeah, so they've got a. I was watching Facebook when this happened.
Mm-hmm.
Steve was squeeing about Pinup Noir, which is absolutely adorable. And it's either him or Kelly remembered that they had a reading together because LibertyCon's.
Steve suggested to Kelly that they should just do a reading from their stories. Yeah.
LibertyCon is putting 2 story.
When you have 220 pros.
Yeah.
And how many of them want to do a reading? You put 2 in the same room.
Yeah, 2 in the same room, and the first half is
really
number 1, second half
schedule,
number 2.
So
Steve suggested to Kelly that they read their stories from Pinup Noir as their readings, and I think that's a fantastic idea.
Yeah. So we may roll in with a poster or 2 for them for that reading. So yeah. And if the thing is with sewing machines, never have just one. I have 8 of them over there. So because when one breaks, you just move on to the next one. Sort of like authors. When you break one, you move on to the next one. That's
why you have more than one of your carry pistols.
Right? Yeah.
If it breaks or winds up in the evidence room, you go home, open the safe, get out the second one.
Yeah. Do you see?
Am I supposed to talk about that? No.
It was that way until you went canoeing.
Exactly.
You went canoeing and it's all over now. So, but no, I mean, it's just like.
Speaking of that bag of hair out, nope, not going there. Anyway, so Kelly has, and he's got the second of. He's hoping to have the second of his Kindred story or novels
Yes,
up.
he just finished it and sent it off to the editor, and he apparently says "so" a lot at the beginning of his sentences. Yeah,
I know his editor; she's a sweetheart. But
I had one writer who I don't do beta reading anymore, and I don't talk to authors about what they write because I know nothing but authors at this point. And really, I would spend all my time talking about authors' stories because if you look at my friends list, there's like 600 authors on there.
right,
It's a great thing to have as a collection because I don't have to take them home, except some of them, like Courtney. But that's okay because I like what she writes. But I was going somewhere with that. But I don't do beta reading anymore. But I had one author who had this thing about antecedent clauses. And I swear to God, it was the most boring thing on the planet. So I would go through and circle every antecedent clause because it was just a cheap rhetorical trick they got stuck in and they got the habit of it. So, and it was like, circle. So, big red pencil. So,
no, if you carry a Glock 48, get two. Leave one. One of these days, we will talk about the cookie tin.
Cookie tin?
Cookie tin.
Okay.
Okay. You know the sewing kits?
Oh, yeah.
The big blue Danish.
The Danish cookie sewing tin.
The sewing tins.
Yes.
Dude, this woman's got cookies in the sewing kit. Anyway.
It's like, why are there cookies in here? So
I discovered that if you get that big blue Danish cookie, you could line a thin layer of foam. You could put a Glock 48 and a magazine, another layer of foam, a Spyderco, a cheap Spyderco, and a Streamlight MicroStream. Put the lid on it, put your gun safe. And when you have friends show up, and I'm probably the only one this ever happens to, you have friends show up in the middle of the night and they need a gun. You go, here's the cookie tin.
So Kelly says On Scene comes out in August. Excellent,
Sweet.
Kelly. Thank you. And a sequel to Kindred drops in early December. Oh, good timing. Good timing. That's a good time for that. So, yeah. So, Evan, did you look in your email? Because we sent you the proper cover for Pinup Noir. We talked about that earlier. I know you got here late, but I want to make sure you take a look at that. And it's the right size to put everywhere. So, it's just doing my job, you know.
And there's a little bitty Raven Concealment VG2 pocket clip, trigger clip, and it's the same thing I carry. So if it disappears for one reason or another, I go get the cookie tin, get the gun out of the cookie tin.
And, I can put fake sewing supplies on top because God knows I have them.
And if you have to go to the airport to pick somebody up,
a bug out tin, right, Nancy?
It's the cookie tin. If you have to go to the airport and to pick up a friend who's coming in without social accoutrements, and somebody looks in your car and sees the sewing kit on the back floorboard, they don't steal that.
You'd be surprised. Because they go for the cookies and they find out there's nothing. I mean, have you ever had the disappointment of, look, cookies, and it's nothing but sewing?
I haven't. I've always had it the other way around. It's like if you see that blue tin with the cookies, that's a sewing kit. Yeah. It was always a shock to find cookies in there.
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah. Tins are kind of a PTSD moment for me right now.
Yeah, no kidding.
Because
I'm having a PTSD by proxy.
Yeah, because I'm liquidating a state of all kinds of tins, and some of them are a little scary. So
some of them are felonies.
Some of them are felonies. Oops. So anyway, yeah, it's like for me, it's like, look, a sewing kit. Oh, damn, there's cookies in here. Whatever.
Well, there was a joke going on Facebook about, hey man, look, there's this lady got cookies in the sewing kit.
Yeah. So whatever.
I actually, at my mom's house, there was a stack that had to be 20 of those things.
Yeah.
And they were either empty or they had coins or they had sewing stuff in it.
Yeah.
Not a cookie one.
Uh-huh. Tell me how I know about this. Having cleaned out 2 estates and all the stuff that goes, the sewing stuff that goes with it. Sometimes, you guys, I'll give you a button tour of just the buttons that I have here. So,
it's just anyway, that's Ian's sewing kit.
Sewing kit rants.
The cookie gun. If you are a close personal friend,
no glitter, just cookie crumbs.
Yeah. If you're a close personal friend of that variety, Gunsmith Joe, a couple others, occasionally they show up and it's like, I don't have a gun. Cookie tin. Here's your cookie gun.
Me, it would be, give me a sewing kit. A sewing kit.
But
you should have a sewing kit in your
so
bug bag.
the
So
yeah, you got
yeah.
little, but the cookie tin gives the folks that from that era of my life everything they need to feel comfortable and can finally go to sleep.
Yeah. So a 3-button tour. Well, it's more
Three-button
like a
tour.
3,000 button tour because I have an entire 36 drawer case of buttons. Yeah. I tell people, do not go buy buttons. Don't buy sewing needles either, because I have like 14 drawers of just sewing needles. And it's not because I bought them. It's because my mother had them, and my friend Madeline had them, and my grandmother had them, and everybody, when they all died, I got it all. And I have any sewing needle you could possibly want, from the smallest, tiniest little Victorian needles that are about this big, all the way up to the great big plastic ones that you teach your kids how to sew with.
I think I have suture needles.
I've got some of those too. So I think Mom stole those from the hospital. So yeah, my mother stole interesting things from the hospital. So anyway, so
Evan wants to know if there's a cover for Instagram.
yeah, Cedar will take care of that.
Right.
So she already said, she already got it. Your staff is ahead of you.
As
So.
usual. As usual.
Yeah, right?
So.
Yeah, it's just, anyway. Yeah, it's like, it's very great today. It's nice. So
It's finally not 90 degrees.
mhm.
However, I could do without the hailstones. Anyway, on what other? There are other. Jim's working on his next Rimworld.
So Hillbilly's Car Wars book came out.
Yes.
Yeah, Three Ravens. His Car Wars book is pretty fun. I haven't had a chance to read it yet, but it's on my list.
I am thrilled that he's getting to do stories in the Car Wars universe. For those of you who don't know, the Car Wars was a role-playing game back in the dark
ages of time, for those of us who actually played it.
Yep.
Yes.
I played it.
Yes. So, yeah. Yeah.
So, yeah, we got Hillbillies. That's somebody else we got to chase down Rubicon.
You're going to chase him down and just go to his party. We know where he's going to be.
I think it's going to be a combined Three Ravens Raconteur Press party by the time we're done.
Well, we're a rolling party wherever we go. So that's just how we roll. Right?
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, because the amount of alcohol here that is between the 3 cars that are going, I would like to take a good majority of the bar and see if we can not come home with more than we left with.
For once.
For once. I mean, God. Yeah.
For once. Yes. Okay.
Yeah. Right.
We are not zoned for liquor.
No, we're not.
We have enough liquor on the liquor shelf to make a.
We only have a couple of mixers though, so we're not technically a bar. We're just a straight shot. So
we could make a Foo Fern bar fairly jealous with the amount of really high end liquor.
Yeah, because you guys rock. You bring really good stuff for us to drink. So yeah. Steve Jackson is a wonderful guy. He came into the craft room last year and sat down and play tested a couple of games, and I fixed his dice bag because it was falling apart, and he sat and painted minis with us for a little while. And oh, by the way, James Shart has done some special prints of minis for North Texas Troublemakers to come paint. So you guys want to swing by and take a look at those. So, and I'm really wondering if we're going to have another round of Larry squealing like a 14-year-old girl.
Yes.
Yeah, because when he came into the craft room last time, he was like, wee! And I'm like, oh my God, ow. Somebody that big squealing. But it was fine.
For those of you worried about my liver, I don't actually drink all that much. I usually only drink when I'm going to be in front of large groups of people.
Because you're nervous and it makes you
more comfortable. Which doesn't happen very often.
No.
So I typically drink the booze if I'm going to be in front of a large group of people and I have to be relaxed and turn off my mind.
Yeah. The level, him on Anxiety Fest, it's like sometimes he walks in the shop and I just want to hand him a gin and tonic because Anxiety Fest. So it's okay. We're all like, we're all introverts, which is kind of weird.
Yeah.
So
some of us are introverts with PTSD, which makes it really, really rough. Mm-hmm. So what else we got?
If you needed buttons, if you needed Mother Pearl buttons, I'm the person to talk to because I have a couple thousand of them. So if there's a particular size you're looking for,
Kermit says I'm in front of over 30 people right now. I'm not. I'm here with Jonna and a screen.
Mhm.
There's no and a
Oh.
stuffy fox.
He feels empty. Okay, so if you need to open up your teddy bear, usually they have like a stomach thing, or the spot where they put the he's I need to, you can open them up. This one you would probably open him up on his side seam. See, there's a side seam. You just very carefully dig down and find that, and then you can restuff them. Pull out the old stuff and put new stuff in, which you can find at Joann's. You want something like a fiber fill that doesn't compact, and then you can hand sew them closed. So, so what you could do also is while you have him open, take out all of his stuffing and then wash him, and then hit him with some conditioner and brush him out as he dries. So, pardon me, bear repair. You know, I have to repair Kelly's frog because Kelly's frog is eyeless, and it's kind of. I'm going to show you guys. This is kind of scary. So
Kelly's frog explains so much about Kelly. He has a stuffy frog. And it explains so much about Kelly. It really does.
Oh, he's a really sweet little frog, but I need to do some repair work on this. Kelly, I'll have him at LibertyCon with me, so he's 6. But this is Kelly's frog, who's blind in one eye. You can see the brain matter. It's a little scary. It's a lot scary. See his other eye, right? And his cute little eye with the slight things here. So I'm gonna repair give him at least something that I could make a pirate eye patch. That would be kind of fun. So. See, right, RK? Froggy should have a pirate eye patch. But, I'm going to put the original one back on, and because things like this are really important. These are really important, But he's kind of, I like his legs. And he's got a little tear back here, too. Kelly, I'll fix that as well. But I think he's pretty cute, don't you?
It explains so much about Kelly.
It kind of looks like Kelly, too, doesn't it? It's got this little, he sort of ambulates the same way anyway. But yeah, Kelly, I'll have it fixed for you and bring him to LibertyCon. So, yeah.
Cute amphibian. Eye patch would be extra sweet.
I could do that. Wouldn't be hard.
Michigan J Frog. You need a top hat for that, wouldn't he?
I have a top hat that would fit him. Of course I do.
I've had Jeremiah since I was a baby.
Yeah. See, that's what he matters. So, but I can fix him. He'll be better. And you'll have him to cuddle with at LibertyCon. So
yes.
This will be a good thing.
So. I'm not soulless. I do have a soul. Mm-hmm. It's in a jar in my desk back at the house.
Here's the soul.
It's in a jar. There's at least one.
In my younger days, when I was a little bit more of a strawberry blonde redhead, they say that the freckles are the souls that the redheads have collected. Well, I'm kind of ahead of the game here. So between me and Ian, we're a walking pack of souls here. So
I keep telling people that as soon as the freckles on my legs link up, I'm going to have a hell of a tan.
Yeah. So I've been waiting, and that's just not happening. No, what I get is this wonderful little age spot on my nose. So I look like a crone. All I need is a few hairs to come out of it, So anyway, so it's just like Jeremiah isn't a friend. He's a bullfrog, right? So
all I can see is a bunch of frogs walking around on little crutches. Frog legs. I love frog legs. Oh, I love frog legs. I haven't had good frog legs in years. First place I had frog legs was West Africa.
This does not surprise me.
And when they do frog legs in West Africa, they do frog legs. If you haven't had the frog legs off a West African giant or Goliath bullfrog, you don't know what you're missing. It's like a turkey drumstick.
Oh boy,
that's frog.
Did you know we're getting a new Filipino restaurant in town?
I didn't know we had an old Filipino restaurant.
Well, okay. But
Where?
There's a new one going in. It'll be down by the hospital. So,
really?
Yes. So
I wish the Morocco or Mediterranean restaurant would hurry up and open up.
Well, there's one right across from where I live that's really good. So, yeah.
Mediterranean?
Yeah. It's a little strip mall right across from McDonald's. Boy, he's just not paying attention.
Oh, gyros and kebabs.
Gyros and kebabs. Yeah. Really good. They're tasty.
That's that's not. But I'm going. Yeah, we've got two Mediterranean. This one's supposed to be Mediterranean, focusing on Moroccan, which is why I'm really, 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 really looking forward to it.
Which means I probably won't eat there.
Why?
Almonds. So there's a lot of almonds in Moroccan food. So.
Well, we'll be very careful.
Okay, have a good time with that. I'm going to go to the potato bar. So,
because
potato bar. So, Yeah, lumpia. Amazing.
Lumpia. Jen Hast makes fantastic lumpia.
Mhm.
Oh my God, that woman can cook.
We're gonna have to like plan the North Texas potluck dinner sometime soon
Right?
because everyone keeps talking about all this great food, and we need to do our like every 3 months potluck dinner where everybody brings their special food, and we get a haul and we just go have some fun.
Bree and I need to take you to the Peruvian
Oh,
place in Wichita.
Ethiopian. Oh my God.
Ugh.
Wally, when I was living back in Oregon, there was an Ethiopian restaurant in Springfield, which is like the blue collar place. I know the Eugene people would come there, because ooh.
Workers.
But Ethiopian family moved in and opened this amazing Ethiopian restaurant on Main Street in Springfield, right in the heart of blue collar, and they were packed constantly. Their food was so good, and that's one of the things I really miss. I really miss that food. Oh, so good.
We don't have an Ethiopian place yet.
Yeah, the Potato Bar is opening up in Itchy Paw probably here soon, but it's in downtown.
Really?
It's new. Yeah. So, yeah.
David asked me to update the cookbook idea. We're doing it?
Yes. Oh, that's the other thing we had to talk about. Yes, we're doing it, but we had to take a breather because scary. I already have been started getting that, but I'm going to be posting a specific address to mail them to. It'll be rackpressrecipes@gmail.com, but don't use that yet because it's not set up. So I can keep them all in one spot and not overwhelm the email for the other stuff we're doing. And we already figured out categories, including roadkill and ramen, and bachelor chow, because I mean,
I want to call it author chow, but that's.
But I mean, it's like, and we should have pictures of the inside of my freezer, which is full of frozen burritos and frozen mozzarella sticks and frozen, pizza pockets, because that's what my refrigerator looks like. So yeah, but yes, we're definitely doing the recipe book, and we're probably going to slot that in for October, maybe if we have a brain somewhere between now and then. So yeah. Snack bar ramen, yeah.
Rita is she has put her little foot down and said we will have a ramen section.
We are, well, because Courtney was like, you should see what Courtney does to ramen. Oh my God,
you should see what Rita does to ramen.
I know. I mean, ramen and tuna fish and peas were like what I lived on when I was a poor student, and it just, and I know people who do. I mean, there's do it quietly behind closed doors what they do to ramen. So. Yeah, but whoa.
I've always done ramen. It's the ramen. Everybody's on electric kettle, right? Because you're civilized, so you have electric kettles.
Electric kettle.
So you go straight inmate on a bag of ramen, which means you break it into 4 pieces in the bag. You dump the ramen, you pour boiling water over it, you dump in the seasoning packet, and I can hear Cedar and Rita cringing now. Dump in the seasoning packet, 2 shots of hot sauce. If you listen to our podcast about that, you'll understand why. And a handful of frozen peas. That is ramen to me.
Mm-hmm.
And Rita looks at it and cringes because she hates the packet.
Yeah. Okay. I put peanut butter in mine.
With the packet?
Well, because I love peanut sauce, but I can't generally use the peanut sauce. Peanut sauce at various places because it's the wrong kind. I have to use like Skippy or Jif because all the stuff I'm allergic to is killed off in those because they're so highly processed. But I put peanut butter and cheese and onions in mine, and it's actually really tasty. Of course, everyone's going, "Oh my God!"
No, that sounds interesting. Rita throws away the sauce packet and she puts in a can of sardines, and she makes these. Veggies that she
right, the whole break the noodles up thing. I'm just sitting here quietly because he's sitting next to me, but I'm like,
go straight inmate on it, break them up.
No,
that way when you pour the boiling water over, they
half the fun of ramen is dealing with the slurpy noodles,
What kind of cooking and seasoning is used in Ethiopian?
I'm the last person to ask that. So, but I would say look it up because I don't cook. I'm just a lot of lentils. So there's a lot of beans. There's a lot of interesting
somebody's
spices.
knocking on the door.
I don't know who's knocking on my door.
Be right back.
But I'm not available today. I'm way too busy. It might be something doing a delivery, but I don't actually cook. I just heat things. I'm really bad at cooking. Sometimes I do things every now and then, but it's scary. Alma just posted a really great recipe on hers, but you look it up. Ethiopian food is just really great. Oh my God, look.
I have a new tooth.
You have a new tooth?
Yeah.
It's a gym.
It's a Jim. Jim just walked in. So can you actually talk? Or
Yeah.
are you going?
That too.
Ethiopian tend to be a little light on the meat.
We're
Tends to
talking
be-
about Ethiopian food. So
tends to be
yeah.
chicken and a lot of lentils and beans.
Mhm.
And you need to be careful. They have a Barbary sauce or Barbary
Yeah,
seasoning.
Alma just put one up.
Yeah.
It was really
did she?
yummy. Yeah, on her Alma
Oh,
put one up on her blog. It's really good.
Barbary is can be a little spiky.
Hour does not start now, Kermit. So I have work to do.
Yay!
So-
Hour starts now.
No,
Go.
Jim just showed up. So are you drooling? He's
No.
drooling. No, he says he's not drooling, but he's standing here going, "I'm smiling." So, right. He's like, "I love it."
It can be very spicy.
Jim High is a hoot. I will tell you that. So,
It can be very spicy depending on what you order.
yeah, but it's yummy.
It runs the
It's
it runs the
yummy
spectrum.
food. So,
There's a sandwich they make that the Ethiopians make. It's a pressed pita bread sandwich.
yes,
Not spicy at all. Really good.
really good. So we're talking about there's going to be a new Filipino restaurant in Ichipa, along with a potato bar restaurant too, that are going to be opening up here shortly.
Oh
So,
boy, Ponset and Olympia.
yeah, right. Ooh. So you can tell we're desperate, right? So, but they're going to be doing the Filipinos going to be doing takeout or delivery while they get themselves up and running. So, which I'm totally fine with that, So I actually live close to them, so I can have it delivered. Yes. So good food, yay! So
Oh.
Yeah.
And we were on track for
we went
a
somewhere
point,
else,
and I can't
It's
remember what the point was supposed to be.
Our squirrels went somewhere else. So,
And this is different how?
I was gonna say I don't know how this would be different. So
So I guess we're doing
I
food
don't-
now.
right?
Ichipa. Ichipa is kind of short. It's kind of a food desert.
Not really. If there's actually quite a bit there that's interesting to eat, you just have to look for it.
Yeah.
So there's
So
some surprising places that
There's
are
a
just
lot.
like,
There's a
damn,
lot of Mexican places in Ichipa.
not surprising.
Some fantastic. Some
Eh.
meh. Don't eat
If
at
there's a
Taco
stack
Bell.
of pickups,
Yeah, don't eat at Taco Bell.
why would you eat at Taco Bell?
There's a Peruvian
when
place.
you have Chewy's,
Right.
you would
Yeah.
eat at Taco Bell
And Carlitos,
and
Carlitos
Carlitos.
and
Norteña.
El Norteño.
So Kermit says that that everyone's looking forward to your new high fantasy trilogy. You agreed to. We said you were going to be writing that, so you're committed.
He actually has a high fantasy short story that if y'all
He
hadn't
does,
read,
yeah.
you need to read. It's
Yes,
really
it's
good.
So yeah.
We've got one Indian place. Namaste is
Yeah.
Rita likes it.
There's another one opening.
Oh, is
From
there?
what Courtney said.
Oh.
Yeah.
We got a good Greek place.
We've got a really good Greek place. Yeah.
We used to have a real good German place.
Right.
Yeah, I got to go there once before they closed.
Yeah.
That
Yes.
was sad.
COVID knocked out our German place.
Yeah.
Opus. Hibiscus is a fantastic Greek
Hibiscus
place.
is great.
Yeah, really. And if you walk in at the right time, you can hear the Greek cook cussing out the Greek front staff.
Which is
Yes.
part of music. So.
And
Yes.
if you're there late, there is no hero left.
No.
Yeah, no, you got to get
No.
there early because it goes away.
The
So
hero plates disappear with a quickness.
yeah, and
Good
it
Italian place, Luigi's.
Luigi's there
And
actually.
apparently, there's an Italian place in Burke that's toe curling.
Oh,
Yeah, Luigi's. I was talking to somebody about just getting back from Italy, and they're like, "You have to go to Luigi's. They'll want to talk to you." And I'm like, "Okay," because when I come back from Italy, I can't eat American Italian food.
No.
It's just like,
Yeah.
Everything seems like Olive Garden, which is blah. And in a pinch, I'll go to Olive Garden if I have to, because sometimes you get desperate. But everyone's like, "Go to Luigi's." I'm like, I guess I need to go there. when
But
I'm not-
Luigi's, and there's a
poor.
place in Burke that's an Italian family that moved to
Yeah.
North Texas for some reason and opened a place in Burke.
Mhm.
We've got a Caribbean place I've never been to. Jim went and he said, "Meh."
Yeah.
So
it's not all that good.
Phasma's, it's Caribbean.
Well, I'm always willing to try them twice, just in case it's a bad day. I mean, I give places 2 or 3 tries just to make sure,
Well-
because it may be an off day. So
The problem is we've eaten the real food in the real location.
that's the problem, is that
Yes.
we've all traveled enough that we're like, no. So it's like I went to San Francisco. This is hilarious, and there was a restaurant there called Eugene, like Eugene, Oregon. I'm like, really? When they had this idea that they were doing food from exotic Eugene, Oregon. I'm like, you people haven't been there, have you? So it's
Exotic.
going to be all vegan tofu that's bland and tasteless, right? So I went there and they were like, so what do you think? I'm like, I'm from Eugene and nobody makes food like this in Eugene. I don't know what you're talking about. Same thing.
Yeah.
You know, you go to some of these places and they're like, oh, we're this kind of stuff. And I'm like, yeah, no, you're not. So
Caribbean is jerk chicken.
yeah, it is.
A lot of
Spicy jerk chicken.
yeah,
Spicy,
a lot
yeah.
of grilled,
Yeah.
black beans, white rice,
Mhm.
chicken with habanero jerk sauce, that sort of thing.
Yeah. But
yeah.
I'm very picky about Italian anymore because I'm like, well, Alfredo sauce is a no-go anywhere, you know, and so they said, go to Luigi's, you'll feel right at home. I'm like, okay, I'm giving it a try. So
Well, I don't know about the kitchen because we've never been allowed back there, but the front desk at Luigi's is Italian.
yeah, that's what I hear is that they're from Italy. If you say,
Yep.
well, I just got back from Siena, they'll be like, oh, did you play? You know,
Yeah.
like, so, and I figured I should go
And
because
we've got a Thai fusion place. It's Thai Texas fusion called Thai Orchid. It's not bad.
yeah,
We got 2 teppanyaki places. Go to Wasabi. Samurai's not bad. Go to Wasabi.
yeah, Albany. Weirdly enough, Albany, Oregon has some great little restaurants. Go figure. So,
We actually have an honest to God sushi bar that's not in
wait, you mean Wasabi?
Nope.
Which one are
We
you
go-
thinking about?
Sakura.
Oh,
We've got
Yeah.
2 ramen places.
yeah,
Ribs. We got
yeah.
and barbecue. However,
No. It is a minute till. We do not have time for that rant. You're gonna have to hold that for Thursday.
branding iron is okay. Go to Rafter J or go to Prines.
Yeah.
If you go to Prines, just be aware you don't get to go inside. The smoker is his great grandfather's smoker, which has been repaired piece by piece since it was the first thing to show up, or Wichita Falls is now. It's a different kind of barbecue. You don't get to eat there. Take your food and go. Get out. He will
Or
tell
eat
you
in the
this.
parking lot
Or
like we do.
Eat in the parking lot. The best thing to do at Prines is go get a couple of their chopped brisket sandwiches, and they do barbecue sauce and relish.
Or relish. Or
And relish. If you get the
Yeah.
Prines, the original Prines, barbecue sauce, relish mixed in with the barbecue,
And now they start talking about cooking, which I'm
and
like,
then you
I don't know anything
go
about this.
to a park. You sit there and eat at the park.
Yeah.
But
Hasty white girl. I don't sit in the sun. So
we've got plenty of trees.
yeah.
Oh,
Where? There are no trees here. What are you talking about?
Branding iron is not all that in a bag of chips. Everybody
No.
says branding iron's good.
Oh my God.
It's okay.
It's anyway. So yeah, you guys think you have trees. I find that terribly amusing. So anyway.
We'd like to see what's coming. Unlike you people on the West
You can
Coast.
watch your dog run away for a week and a half here. So not just 3 days, it's a week and a half. The dog is still going. Yep, there it is, right? Yeah, no, this place is so flat and so treeless. It's kind of scary.
This is not flat.
No.
This is so flat. Well, no, Nebraska and Kansas are worse. Been there,
Yeah.
done that. So
Amarillo is flat.
Amarillo is flat. On the way
This
to
isn't
Amarillo
flat.
is flat, you know. So anyway, but
This ain't
on that
flat.
note, we're done.
Oh,
So,
are we?
yeah, it's 1:00.
Oh,
You
All
need, you need to go watch Jim drool over lunch. So
Hey,
well, we got to make everybody hungry.
yeah, there you
Okay,
go.
okay, folks. Y'all be safe, all right?
Okay.
We will see you Thursday.
Thursday. You won't see me on Thursday. I may wander by. I may do drive-by commentary, but I won't be on. Jim will be
Jonna
there.
will be in the popcorn gallery.
Like I always am.
Yeah, like
So,
always.
Unless I run away from
Unless
home.
you're in Europe.
I like to travel. What can I say? So we're doing live tomorrow night with me and Cedar.
And
for
after
the
that,
broadcast,
we'll
so.
have the Tuesday, next Thursday, we will not. Most of us will be on the road
all
or
of
in
us.
the air.
All of us will be on the road and in the air
Either
on our way
on
to
the road or in
LibertyCon.
the air.
So yeah,
Me and Rita, Jonna, and
John and Deej and Cedar in one car, and then Courtney.
Courtney.
Yep, and then
We'll-
Courtney and Alma are going in
will
another car.
be driving.
Yep.
And Jim will be flying. He's taking pterodactyl air. So y'all be safe. We'll see you Thursday.
Bye. Oh my God. Pterodactyl air.
Yeah.